We are doing it again.
We are.
Season 4 of She Owns Her Success. I
Yeah.
was privileged enough to be with the team last year. We are doing it again, and wow. What would you say is different this time around?
Well, what we've become known for is the fact that we give very practical advice. What we've become known for is the fact that we are real. Life is not perfect. So vulnerability will show up. Truths will be spoken. Whether you wish to hear them or not is up to you. But we love that about our coaches, that they don't make it seem like there's an easy way. There is a good way and a robust way. And in order to go for it again, I think it's important that you have the approach and you have a learning spirit. So for me this year, I want to talk about, because I thought every time before I come talk to you, and I'm thinking the team is going to put up my slides, I want to talk about the reflections I've had, because I was thinking, what does one need in order to truly center themselves, be sure that I'm going for it again? Because in going for it again, you've got to kind of shut a lot of limiting voices in your head. Certainly I do. So a voice that says, oh, I tried and failed, out. The voice that says it's just too hard, it's just too much effort, the politics are just too much, out. The voice that says, oh, I succeeded once, how do I know I'm going to succeed again? There's just, you know, some people in my team, we talk about a performance punishment. It's like, it's a true thing, performance punishment. It's like the more you deliver, the more is expected of you. And that brings about anxiety, actually. Because you're thinking, oh, I did it once, and maybe, you know, imposter syndrome, it was a fluke. I didn't deserve the success, will I get it right this time? So those are the limiting voices that we've got to keep being aware of and minimize in our heads. But in my reflection, I thought, what has the year taught me? Because we were last together in August.
Sure.
And
one
one
of
of
past.
a year has passed. So there are 5 insights that I've got from my reflection. The first insight is that overthinking results in self-inflicted pain.
You're preaching to the choir now.
Overthinking results in self-inflicted pain. I remember Naomi Osaka posted a tweet the other day and said, to all the overthinkers, you are not alone. I didn't sleep last night. I didn't sleep. I didn't.
How are
because
you
I was
so gorgeous today, though?
I was overthinking today. Will the setup be great? Will the people show up? Will Sherlyn be happy to see me?
Oh,
will I sound like intelligent when I speak? Who knows? Like and then later today I've got Power FM. God, will the listeners even tune in and listen to me? But we are all overthinking something. And I want to tell you a story, because a friend of mine, this is ridiculous, guys. Please remember the story of the fragranced candles. Fragranced candles. I have a lot of them in my home. Fragranced candles around the house.
Candles are the best, and not just because ESCOM.
Yes.
They also just provide such a nice atmosphere.
Beautiful, beautiful, love them. And a friend of mine phones me and says, I'm at Mall of Africa, options are plenty, I'm struggling to buy a fragrance candle. I said to her, what do you mean? She says, what if I don't like the fragrance? And she says, how does Nontokozo do it? I had to get in my car, go to Mall of Africa, and be like, hold a hand. I said, here's how we buy a fragrance candle. You just smell the thing. Smell it. If the smell is what you like, buy it. If the smell is not what you like, don't buy it. It's that easy. But she was so paralyzed by that need to be sure she's making the right decision, sure the smell will work in her home. Plus, she's got to buy different ones, obviously, and she's not sure if the combinations will work. And my thing is, it's not that difficult. If you don't like it, give it to your mom, give it to me. Use it to light a fire. It's cold. Burn the thing. It doesn't matter. Give it to your helper. There's always a way. I'm going to take a fragrance candle any day, but let's not overthink things. And I know this because it cripples people when they think about when the right time to have a baby is. A lot of us women are thinking, when do I feel attacked? When do I freeze my eggs? I mean, the longer you think, the longer the clock ticks, right? So, and is this the right job? Am I in the right job? Well, the thing is, the contract can be cancelled. Just give it a go. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it works, brilliant. Keep going.
Something I always tell my friends is that we only have one life.
Yeah, true
Live
story.
your life for you. Sometimes we live our
story.
lives like we are in a video game.
Yeah,
Like you've
yeah.
got 5 more lives. No, this is the one.
Just one, just one, just
Own
one.
your success in this
Totally,
life.
totally. Second insight, be ready to ask. I am always ready to ask. Guys, you never know who you're going to meet in the car wash. You never know who you're going to meet in the boardroom. You never know what your boss might ask you. Even your aunt, your uncle, family. A lot of people are not ready to ask. It doesn't matter. I could ask you, like, so what, how are things going, Sharon? And then you went, you know, Nonto, what I would love for you to do is please follow me on Twitter so that the next event you can retweet. It's as simple as that. And you may miss an opportunity because you never asked. And I find, for me, my performance review season, my boss is online right now, is a perfect moment to ask when you do your performance review. Or you are reflecting, like you're going to reflect with the team after this event. Ask, guys, what I would love next time is this. And I know that there is always somebody willing to help. I talk to a lot of people when I do job interviews. People are not ready to give their asks.
Do you also feel like the more you ask, the easier it'll become to ask for help and support?
Yes, yes. The more you ask, the easier it becomes. But also stop being afraid of a no. I think a lot of us are afraid of a no. And then we don't ask at all because of that fear. I find when I ask people, for example, in an interview, to articulate what would make their careers meaningful with us, they don't know that answer. And I think it's such a lost opportunity because you can enlist me as your sponsor. It doesn't matter what level of job you're taking in the organization. If you tell me how your career can be made meaningful in our organization, I'm going to look out for opportunities to plug you in and to make that happen.
Why is that so important to you?
Because
to almost rise.
Because your life should not be by accident. There are things that should occur because you requested and you needed them to occur. And I think that just makes everything so much more better. Because, guys, we work hard. We work so hard. A lot of our teams are working so hard. And as bosses, we want to be able to celebrate, acknowledge, and reward. And sometimes just rewarding you is about knowing that you have a passion for blogging and saying, hey, there's a project that requires a blogger. Do you want to step into that project? It's as simple as that. Third reflection, it's okay to wait. Ooh, there's a song, guys, I would cry. It says, I don't mind waiting. You know how we all pray today, expect an answer tomorrow? Who does that? Like, oh, I'm single, I need to meet somebody. Let me go drinking with my friends at Cubana. Oh, why am I not meeting anyone? Because I prayed.
I prayed so hard,
I prayed. I slept with my tears, wet pillow and everything. It took 5 years before I met somebody. And the one thing I know, there are many, again, we are girls, we talk about, obviously, women-related things. There are many couples trying for children. Many. And this thing called waiting is a difficult thing. But I also realize that seasons, no one is controlling spring right now, right? It's happening. So some things happen because it's just is the season for the things to happen. Then the fourth part is don't seek to fit in, seek to function in. A friend of mine was chatting to me, changing jobs, going overseas, and she says, I'm afraid I'm not going to fit in. And I said, well, that's brilliant. You don't have to fit in, you have to function in. And a lot of us are feeling like, she was like, oh, I'm going overseas, I'm going to be the only black woman, I'm going to be the only woman, they're all men, what must I do to fit in? And I said, you are seeking something that's going to break your spirit. And then lastly, do you know how many days you've lived?
I do not.
Oh my God, where are my slides? Because there's a website reference. Guys, counting how many days you've lived is everything.
How many days have you been alive?
I was born on the 10th of January, 1978. I have lived 16,285 days today.
Sure.
16,285 days.
What a gift,
And
what a
that
blessing.
is the website. You should all go and calculate how many days you've lived. Do you know why I reflected on this? I think we've set ourselves up to celebrate our living in 12-month tranches. Death is so close. COVID has taught us that. And I think for me, coming back home, waking up tomorrow is the magic of life. And being grateful for every day as its full day and gift to me makes my living so special.
Thank you so much, Non.
And then to finish off, I've got my usual poem, which I need the team to put up, please. My poem. Because it talks to overthinking. And it's a poem that I have found so helpful to keep in my bathroom. And you can take pictures and read the poem in your leisurely time. But it talks about how worrying doesn't help. Overthinking doesn't help.
Worrying doesn't help. Overthinking doesn't help. What was the other thing you said? Don't fit in. Function in.
And stick to function.
Ladies and gents, can we please give a big round of applause for Nontu?